live and direct on Twitch, and then live and direct on other social media platforms. This evening, we have come to start the exposition of the biggest fraud in human history. Biggest fraud. Fraud against 2 million Nigerians. Fraud against state. Fraud against the sovereign state, as they call it. Fraud against one of the most educated people, not just in Africa, but in the world. Fraud against the so-called Africa's most populous country. The man in Aso Rock, unmasking the man in Aso Rock. Some of you may have understood, and you remember that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been lamenting about the identity of the man in Aso Rock. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria. They abducted him. Extraordinary rendition. They kidnapped him, and he is now in their hands. Now it is time for every Nigerian, those of you who believe you are a Nigerian, those of you who are claiming Nigeria, those of you who want one Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made this claim. It is time you prove him wrong. He is now in Nigeria. We want to know whether the man in Aso Rock is dead or not dead. Whether the man in Aso Rock is Buhari or not Buhari. And if that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now in Nigeria, and all of a sudden, the Nigerian government are mute. Lai Mohammed is not talking. Nobody is challenging him that, hey, we have captured you now. Come and prove to us that Buhari is dead. You claim Buhari is dead. Now we are beginning to unmask the man in Aso Rock. And we are starting it this night. We want the Fulani government of Nigeria to challenge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We want an open debate. We want the Nigeria people, those of you who claim you are sensible, we want you to begin to put pressure on the government of Nigeria. They could not even allow him to sign the consent. They could not allow him to sign consent. These are people, bunch of ignorant people, claiming, let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria. Let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria and say it now. Let him come to Nigeria and say it. Let him come to Nigeria and say it. You see, he is now in Nigeria. He is now in Nigeria. Well, I'm reading some comment that came in. Anyway, I'm going to read that later on from a brother. Now, let me make it very clear. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is now in Nigeria. And we want the Nigeria government to include the issue of Buhari in whatever they want to challenge him with. If they claim that Buhari is alive, it is time for them. It is time for them to prove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the entire IPOB family, the entire Biafrans, time to prove them wrong. Time to prove the entire world wrong. You see, they think that we are going to, you know, get distracted with all this story flying from left and right and center and all that. They are now none of them are they are no longer talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is making bogus claim. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is lying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing that. None of the Buhari or the presidency family have now come out to say, you are now in Nigeria. You are going to prove to us that allegation that Buhari is dead. So we want to remind them. And I am going to lay the foundation this evening. The foundation where this new exposition and the new pressure is going to come from. And I want, if you are watching me this evening and you are close to Obasanjo, this particular broadcast is for Obasanjo. For Obasanjo. We want Obasanjo to use his power as ex-president. It is not enough that he come to say, how can Buhari die and they are not aware? How can Buhari die and they are not aware? How can Buhari die and they are not aware? And that is the defense of Obasanjo. So this evening I have come to begin to tear the remaining rubber that is left. I have come to tear the remaining rubber. The table of Aso Rock, the table of the fake man in Aso Rock, we are going to start to scatter it this evening. And I'm going to make a very simple thing. Very, very simple. Very, very simple thing. I want you to listen and listen very attentively and watch what I am about to do this evening to expose the biggest fraud in human history, the unmasking of the man in Aso Rock.